Shalom. This is Sabbath Talk. I'm your brother Yeremiah, and we about to start a discussion real quick on false report and also uh, bearing false witness. You know, it is really important to know, especially like in the society we live in the society we live in, we get snippets of you can't even trust the news. The news don't even report correctly. I've seen the news. I've had when I was in the military. I was deployed in Bosnia, and the news media traveled with us, and they they really didn't tell the truth on what was really happening there. It was more or less so what would make a good story or what they perceive that the public would like. So a lot of times you watching your news outlets, I don't care if it's any of them, CNN, all of them, they work to tell a narrative and to tell a story how they want to sometimes. They don't necessarily give you 100% factual because, you know, it's made to curb what you think. So when you hear a matter, get all the information. You know, do your research. Find other alternative sources. Don't get all your news from one place, you know, because it can be outdated. You know, it's like this. You old folks, y'all know what this is. You old cats. You imagine trying to get your information from World Book Encyclopedia, how outdated you would be. For how outdated you would be if you get your source. And you would think you in half these people in this book probably dead or been gone. You know what I'm saying? And this is how you used to get your information back in the day. You know, when you did your research. You used to have to go to the library and everything. You know what I'm saying? And look up them books and know about that Dewey Decimal System. You know, you look up them books. But you know, information is made a little bit more available. So do your research. You know, put your trust in the Most High, not man, because we can show ourselves up into a position thinking we got, and especially when you're dealing with people, because when people tell a story, half the time they ain't gonna tell what they did, you know, correct on what they didn't do, none correct. You know, they're gonna spin their side. So before you go in guns blazing, know all what was said. And with that, we're gonna come to the commandments. We're gonna come to the commandments a little bit. But before we come to there, let's look at Ecclesiastes. Good advice, very good advice. Ecclesiastes 12. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. It says, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God, fear Yah, and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. This is it right here. The two main things you need to do, and I need to do. Always keep reverence of the Most High. Fear. A healthy reverence. Don't look at the Most High like he your sugar daddy or none of these things like this. You know what I'm saying? You know, every breath, everything we have is because of him. We always need to remember that and be humble with it. And to keep his commandments. If we're not keeping his commandments, it's going to be an ugly day on the day of judgment. Christ's going to say, I never knew you. He never knew you. He's going to say, I never knew you. And you don't matter how many devils you cast out, and I'll get that real quick. But to keep his commandments, because in John 14:15, he say, if you love me, and the love is created on the if you love me, keep my commandments. And some of us don't know that the commandments are on the left side of that Bible, what's called the Old Testament. And a lot of so-called Christendom don't look in there. We just keep up with the New Testament. Let me tell you something. You wouldn't in your right mind go to the movies go to the movies and wait to halfway through the movies, or almost halfway, or a little past half to go to a movie and think you're going to tell somebody about that movie. It's not going to happen. This is the whole duty of man, to fear the Most High and keep His commandments. And we always got to remember, for Yah, or it says God, that for God shall bring every work into judgment. Every work. So we need to be right, and we need to be, locked in if we're going to definitely be trying to weigh in on stuff and speak on stuff we wasn't there, we wasn't a witness to, And it says He will bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. Because like I told you, a lot of times people telling a story, they want to tell a story however they want to tell it. And boy, you already know they ain't going to tell the truth. Not in our age. But if you're going to try not to keep the commandments, and even we for to go to the scripture in Matthew the 19th chapter, Yeshua, or some of y'all know it's Jesus, gonna say the same thing about keeping the commandments. Tell about keeping the commandments. There's no getting around this. You know what I'm saying? When we taught in a lot of these churches that you don't have to keep the commandments, we under the new covenant. I tell you what, give all the scripture to that instead of repeating that dogma that they do. I'm so sick of these people go to these seminary schools. You know what? It's so funny around me. They don't talk that Bible though like that. They don't. I can't find one person. And I know many pastors, if anything, they're not even trying to talk about no Bible with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna fact check you, and I'm gonna call you on what you preach. Because the Bible tell you to know the word for word. And if you're gonna facilitate the word, you better seek after your own soul salvation with fear and trembling. First of all, if you're a person. But if you're gonna rely on some of these teachers and pastors, you better make sure that they really astute in this word. You know what I'm saying? Or on Judgment Day, you're going to end up in the ditch with the blind. The blind leading the blind. Didn't Yeshua say that? Or some of y'all know it's Jesus say that? The blind leading the blind. Don't be in no situation like that. Have this stuff that they teaching, you can't back it up with the word. I'm not going to tell you something if I can't show you in the word. And I mentioned earlier that if you don't keep no commandments, guess what? He going to say, I never knew you. He going to say, I never knew you. Let's get John. Let's get Yehukanan in the Hebrew 14:15. This is John chapter 14 and 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments. I mentioned that earlier. If you love him, keep his commandments. Now let's go to the book of Matthew. I mentioned something else. He ain't going to know you if you're not keeping the commandments. On Judgment Day, when you die and your life force leave, you going to torments before it even happened if you ain't keeping these commandments. I'm going to tell you right now. Let's get that. I'm going to show you that he going to say, I never even knew you. You think you spend your little tithes in the church, think because you sing the choir a little bit and, all that's going to make a difference. It tell you that your good won't even be mentioned. If you know Ezekiel the 18th chapter, it's going to tell you the good that you did won't even be mentioned. Because he going to say, I never knew you. Let's get this. I want to get it in red writing so we'll know. Let's get the red letter. So as you can see, some of y'all know, you get a lot of Christendom. My Jesus, he know me. This and that. He ain't going to know you if you don't keep them commandments. Let's see. Matanyahu in the Hebrew, or Matthew in English, verse 7. Let's start with 20. 7 and 20. Wherefore, by their fruits ye shall know them. You're going to know where somebody really stand by their fruits. You're going to look at their life. You know what I'm saying? What they bring in as far as this kingdom. Okay, now, 21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. But he that doeth the will of my Father, which is in heaven. So the will of the Father, he gave man is the commandments. Didn't we just go look in Ezekiel 12? Didn't it say to fear the Most High and to keep his commandments? This is the whole duty of men. Them two things that we started out reading. But he that doeth the will. So many people gonna say, Lord, Lord, Jesus, Jesus. You know, or Yeshua. You know what I'm saying? And the only ones that's gonna enter into the kingdom is the one that doeth the will. Let's see. Because let's look at 22. Many will say in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? Now you see many people want to be a prophet. Everybody want to be a prophet and prophetess. Well, let me tell you something. You get so many prophecies nowadays. Some people speak to the Most High Yah like they more than Moses did. You know, God said this, God said this. I tell you what, you know, it comes with a bounty. You better hope that he did say that. And I'm gonna tell you, those that if you are speaking for the Creator, he ain't gonna never say nothing that's outside his word. It's a lot of fakery and foolery out there. Got some prophet line that be going on. Straight up prophet line. You know, if it's really in you, you know what I'm saying? And it says many people are called, but few are chosen. If it's really in you, it doesn't matter how bad you feel. It doesn't matter whatever's going on in your life. You're going to find a way to do that word and to give that word, because that is an important thing, to do the word. You know what I'm saying? To do your call, or do your what you chosen for. But this is good old Christian folk here. Many shall say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? I'm going to just fill it in. Have we not prophesied in thy name? Because many people doing it, they ain't really showing you the commandment. And it says, in thy name cast out devils. So they did have some power and knew to use the name of the Creator, whether you know him as Jesus or however, you know what I'm saying, might have cast out some devils. You know what I'm saying? And in thy name done many wonderful works. Was allowed to even do miracles at one time. And he said, and I will profess unto them, I never knew you. Now it seemed like if you was doing the work, or if you was, really doing it, getting it in, you was prophesying, casting out devils and doing miracles, why would he say, and then I profess unto them, I never knew you? Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. So that seemed a little bit rude, a little bit harsh, don't it? But you got to go back to 21. Not everyone that says unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter in the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. But he that doeth the will of my Father that which is in heaven. Doeth the will. Let's see, because you got a lot of teachers out there and preachers out there saying that you don't have to keep the commandment. And they lying. And they're going to get a lot of people come. Look, we're in Revelation, the book of Revelation, the last chapter of the Bible. Chapter 22 is the last chapter. And it's still making reference to everlasting life, because I'm going to go to that verse here in just a second and show you the Father said this same thing. He says, I am I and Tha. Okay, in Hebrew, I and Tha is the two A. But anyway, it says Alpha and Omega, this Greek. And it says the beginning and the end, first and the last. Blessed are they that do his commandments. Blessed are they that do his commandments. See? That they might have right to the tree of life. That they may have right to everlasting life. And may enter into the gates of the city, New Jerusalem, the holy Jerusalem. Anybody else ain't going to get there. Anybody else ain't going to get there. And listen, look. For without dogs, sorcerers, whoremongers, and murderers, idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh it alive. This is right on course for what we talking about. So the one that love it and make it alive, they not gonna be in that city. Period. Now, you got some people that you can't keep the law. You ain't supposed to keep the law. That's what they'll tell you. It ain't gonna save you because you're gonna need a savior. You're gonna need more than the law. But one component by itself, the law itself is not gonna save you, but you're gonna need another component to go with it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna need that. But let's go to Matthew 19 and 16. The rich young ruler. We've heard this story before. Let's start at 16. Matthew 19 and 16. And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what things shall I do that I may have eternal life? So let's get the red letter up there because I want to make sure you know who we're talking about. Now, many people going to profess to say that they love Jesus. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Christians are going to do that. Well, I love Jesus. Okay, a part of that is showing your love is keeping the commandments, doing what he said to do. See, we want to say we love him, and yet we don't do what he say do. You know, and that reminds me of something right here. Let's get it Isaiah 29. I'm trying to find something. Y'all bear with me. Okay, here it is, 13. Isaiah 29 and 13. It says, Wherefore the Lord said, For as much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me. So many people going to draw to Yeshua or some of y'all know it's Jesus, and they're going to speak well of him and near like they have a relationship with him, you know, with their mouth, near to me with their mouth. And you know that they love the Father like that. I love the Most High Yah, you know what I'm saying, the Most High God, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, you ain't gonna find them say that they hate God. Most people not gonna say that. Or that they hate Yeshua, or some of y'all know it's Jesus, that they hate him. You know what I'm saying? They draw near to him with their mouth like they got a relationship. And with their lips do honor me. They're going to say nice things. But have removed their heart far from me. And their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men. You see what I'm saying? By good old preachers. You ain't got to keep his law, statutes, and commandments. That was nailed on the cross. Teaching the same. You know what? I love to have that topic with most preachers. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? I done had them cuss me out. I done had preachers lose their whole demeanor, like cool demeanor. I mean, get darn right now. I mean, be mad, be fumbling with scripture, and say we gonna talk about it again. We ain't never gonna talk about it again because they get bodied right there on the spot. I'm talking about laid, slumped over, because I love to talk about this subject that you have to keep the law in conjunction with the testimony of the Most High Son. You understand what I'm saying? That's from front to back. It ain't no such thing. A lot of this stuff is taught in these cemetery schools, which we know as seminary, but they're speaking death on people. And you know what? Following a lot of these preachers and getting your information, not seeing it for yourself, and then when you hear the truth, you still want to go on what he said. I tell you what. I know many preachers sit up there and tell you can eat pork, you can eat crawfish, you can eat all that like that. That was in the Old Testament. We're in the New Testament. Okay, show me the verse, because in the Old Testament, he said that you shouldn't even touch wine. You shouldn't even touch pork. And then I can show you prophecy that people will, in Isaiah 66, I'm going to just tell you where to go. Isaiah 66 chapter and the 65th chapter talks about killing people for eating swine's flesh, for instance. But your good old pastors that say your grace, you know what I'm saying, that in the future he gonna come with all the angels. This ain't never happened. He gonna clear heaven out and they gonna destroy men. Okay, this ain't happened yet. This is a future judgment. So this, some people want to try to play it off. Well, that was in the old. No. Just say you like that and you ain't willing to do it. And you're not willing to do. You're not really to really be near unto him with your mouth, like it says here in the 13th verse, and honor him with your lips. You want to do that because that's what you want to do. And then you're not knowing all the worms that you partaking in. Half of the people that's dealing with it, blood pressure on space, way up there in space. You know what I'm saying, on high. Then and then a lot of women want to get mad when their ankles look like elephant ankles. You know what I'm saying, because they swell up. That's something that happens. A part of the meat, it swells women's ankle. Just the women, but they'll do it to a degree. But it's something that just for the women that do it. You know what I'm saying. Make the and the old folks just say you better quit eating all that pork, gonna make your feet fat. You know what I'm saying, but people still do it. But it's taught to them by the precept of men, which is some of these sorry pastors that's out here teaching that you can just live a life how you want to, and you don't have to keep some commandments of the Creator. And then when these people are in these caskets, if you could hear them hollering in tournaments where they at, it's pretty bad. I'm gonna tell you right now, I haven't been feeling my greatest. Haven't been the most I know where I've been. I ain't gotta explain my story, but I'm 100% speaking this word. I feel a whole lot better. You know what I'm saying? And the devil fought me on this microphone. Couldn't get the microphone to work. And the devil been fighting a long time, but guess what? He fighting a losing battle. You understand what I'm saying? Because ain't nothing gonna stop me from this work or make me feel like I'm gonna give up. You understand what I'm saying? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. Because nothing I like to do more than to honor my father. You understand what I'm saying? And to slap his face every time I make one of these videos. I could be gone to glory with the Most High. This is somebody still be able to pick this up and see me and know this is my passion and this is where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? I can leave something for somebody. You know what I'm saying? What I did with my life. You know what I'm saying? What was my passion? So, but at the end of the day, everything worked out. I'm straight. So a lot of people didn't know what was going on and stuff, but I'm straight. Now, as you can see, and I'm trying to stay on top of. Let me go jump off this, but I can go into a whole nother topic if I go into 14. To show you that we in that day right now. We got a lot of people that sit there and preach you all kind of false stuff, and it's supposed to be cool. But let's go back to the rich young ruler. So, show you how Christ didn't even take no presidents. The rich young ruler saying, behold, one came and said unto him, good master. Call him good master. He's the son of the Creator. What good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life? And he said unto him, why callest me good? There is none good but one, God, or Yah there. You know what I'm saying? But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments. Now, didn't he just say that? Man, we're in the New Testament. Why is people over here talking about you ain't got to keep that law? That law wasn't meant for all these talking points, and from people that wasn't even supposed to be having our book to teach us anyway. If your butt ain't Israel, I don't want to hear a whole lot of what you're talking about. I'm not trying to say that you can't learn. Let's get it. But I'm gonna still be, But you got a lot of people, and that's who started a whole lot of our problems. Starting all these, like I exposed my last John Darby. How he came up with this rapture theory and got people believing that they're gonna be raptured up out of here. You're gonna be raptured on the last day to meet them in the air, but you ain't gonna be sitting in no heaven while tribulation going on. And we getting closer and closer every day. And then that's the thing about it. They not telling you about the recession that we pretty much in it. It just ain't official, but we pretty much in it. And if you can't tell you in it and something's wrong, when you go out there, you here in Texas. Now this is the oil capital of the United States, Texas. But Texas and Alaska got so much oil. Let me tell you. If gas here is $4.30 and upwards of $4.30, I know when you go to Alabama, I know when you go up north how much gas is. And it keep driving up that food price. And you find out, you go to Walmart now and have about 8 things in your basket. That's $80. You understand what I'm saying? You can't see that what's getting ready to happen. And while you got some extra money, go buy you some land or go buy you some, because pretty soon you ain't going to be able to afford to do it at some point. It's coming. Elon Musk right now. It was kind of crazy when they seen old Sleepy Joe, Smoking Joe out there, and Donald Trump. Y'all know I'm calling these names because I don't put my faith in men. But Sleepy Joe was gonna and all these big time billionaires, they starting to turn their back on the Democratic Party because they see that they pulling out all these taxes off of and making all these loopholes that's hard for them to do their business and to stay in the business. Now Elon Musk ain't so happy about Sleepy Joe right about now because they all get up there and do what they want to do, and they love to come to your church. You black people, they love to come to your church right around election time. Want to sit in the pulpit and want your vote, and after they get elected, do they come back to your church just to hang? Gotta stop letting these people sit up there and dictate stuff to us. You know what? That's the problem. This whole society is ran by some people high up with the money and dictate everything you and me do. Sometimes you got to go outside the box and just and not even fall for that okie doke. You know what I'm saying? Don't accept no mess. You know what I'm saying? But accepting it is just as good as saying it's cool. But like I said, I don't be following all these people in these seminary schools because guess what, man? Let's see what he said. This is Psalm 147:19. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statute, his judgment unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation, with any other nationality. For his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye be to Yah. He's something to our ancestors. We supposed to be this. We was a light to the nation. We wasn't about to all this mess that's being taught. They don't even know what they teaching. Got us all John Darby over there overseas up here coming up with this stuff. Got people thinking they're gonna be out. That they're going to be sitting in heaven while the great tribulation is going on. Fooled my grandfather for a long time, man. You know what I'm saying? The people that preach this stuff. And I just exposed him. He the father. He wasn't the first one with that idea, but he the father of it. He was Brandon. I did. Look at my previous video. I ain't even going to go in there. Show you that it was false. You know what I'm saying? And it's still going on today. That's why they can't have these people that ain't Israel out there trying to teach this our culture, we done walked away from. A lot of us trying to return. Some of you people on this transatlantic slave trade, you African, they calling you African Americans, that you a part of this nation. And they ain't gonna teach you that in these churches. They not gonna teach you that in these churches. A lot of these churches are there to slow you down and there to hold you and to make you submit to a system that is messed up. Because guess what? The government, half of these churches have a 501c3, deal. And they got to teach a certain way so they don't get no taxes. That's why they don't go against the grain. That's why they're not going to tell you stuff. And they're not going to, they're going to always keep you in a little box. Be a good boy and get to threaten you. You know what I'm saying? These prices like money. No, many of them, they do. So he said, if you want to enter into life, keep the commandments. Verse 17. He said unto him, which? Jesus said, Yeshua said, thou shalt do no murder. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness. Honor thy father and thy mother. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. The young man said unto him, all these things I have kept from my youth up. What I lack? Yeshua said unto him, if thou wilt be perfect and sell that thou hast and give to the poor, thou shalt have a treasure in heaven. Come and follow me. But see, he didn't want to give that money up. Just like a lot of these preachers nowadays. As it say in Isaiah, call them greedy dogs that will not bark. Because they're not going to tell you, they're not going to warn you of the upcoming danger, man. Man, this solar grid, you don't even know how this solar grid hanging on right about now. You just think this construct is going to go forever. Man, let me tell you something. To know your Bible, you know that this place has to go, and amongst the other nations has to go. And we're getting ready to go into recession and slowly work our way at depression, because you got a president that won't let whether you like it or not. I understand about these electrical cars and all this old stuff like that. That's cool to an extent. We don't have service stations that you can charge up everywhere. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it would take at least 10, 15 years to even construct some mess like that. And not to mention how many people would die even trying to build all that like that. When all he had to do is let these companies open up some new leases, let them drill. Guess what? The price of gas will go down instantly, and you'll be back in peace, and all the prices will go down. But he's not going to do that because he has another agenda. He wants everybody to have these electrical cars. Can you go out there and buy a Tesla? Can you go out there and buy a Tesla right now? You know, when you should be trying to get some solar panels together. Harbor Freight got them for a little nothing. You should be going over there and get some solar panels. Trying to get you at least 4 to 6 of them. Where you can power a majority in your house for when the grid go down. Or if you ever had a storm or something, a hurricane, you know what, you can provide enough power in your house to keep cool and to keep your refrigerator going. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. But you know, I ain't come here for that neither. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to have to make a separate video for that. I ain't come for that neither. And but he told him that dude didn't want to give the money up. Verse 21. You know what I'm saying? But he reminded him. Let's see what Yeshua reminded him of. And he said unto him back at 18, which Yeshua said, thou shalt do no murder. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Don't that sound familiar? Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness. So I shouldn't be like saying some stuff and I ain't really truthful. But let's see. Now, this is in the New Testament. Now, let's see if that sounds really familiar, because that sounds really familiar to me. You know what I'm saying? What he's saying now. 10 Commandments. Shemot in the Hebrew, Exodus in the English, 20:1. And Yah spake all these words. I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, anything made as you trying to represent heaven or something holy, made with your hands. You know, graven, meaning with your hands, or any likeness of a thing that is in heaven above. These little angels people make, and in the earth beneath, and in the water underneath. These people have these little fishes because they don't want to wear, because they know a cross is a curse. You know what I'm saying? If you look in Deuteronomy, you'll see that the cross is a curse. That's why Yeshua was made a curse when he was on the cross, or on the tree. We'll say that. And thou shalt not bow thyself down, nor to serve them, For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity, meaning the sins of thy fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. So this is what we call a family curse. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, the Most High, when nobody has represented the curse of their family and stood for their family, and for instance. Because the Most High is telling you He's visiting the iniquity, the sins of their father, and you wonder why. I'm doing everything right. I tell you what, somebody got to go. Because He said He going to the third, fourth generation. Okay, see what I'm saying? Of them that hate Him. Because He's saying if you don't do these things, you hate Him. You see that? Of them that hate me. He took it personal. Of them that hate me. So when we don't do the commandments, we can say all we want to. We can honor Him with our lips and speak near unto Him, but at the end of the day, we hate Him. That's some cold stuff. And showing mercy unto the 1,000 of them that love me and keep my commandments. Now, is that very clear? Now the ones that keeping the commandment, He's gonna show them mercy and show them love. And thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, and for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh His name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day, keep it holy. 6 days shall thou labor, do all thy work. On the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Most High. But that's not Sunday. The Sabbath is what some people call on a Saturday. Sunday is the first day of the week. Look on your calendar. See if it ain't the first day on the left side. Thou shalt not do any work, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor the stranger that's within our gates. And he's going over there. But didn't Yeshua say, I'm going to drop down to 12. Didn't He say, honor thy mother and thy father when you talk to the rich young ruler in Matthew? See where He got that for? There's the commandments over here. That thy days be long upon the land which the Lord thy God have given thee. Thou shalt not kill. Didn't He mention this? Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Now, did He not show you that? Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. You see what I'm saying? And covet is a. I want one just like him. He got a nice family. That's his family. Make your family nice. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. Oh, he got a good wife, I need a good wife like that. No, that's his. Get yours. And if they can't step up to the plate, I'm gonna tell you, make them. I'll just put it like this: create your situation. I don't care what side you on. Handle your business. You know what I'm saying? Choose what the Most High have for you. You know what I'm saying? Anything else is futile. I'm gonna just tell you, because I'm like that saying. As for me and my house, we gonna serve Abba Yah. You understand what I'm saying? Period. Ain't gonna be with nobody that can't do that. And if the Most High ain't the center of their life, we wasting our time. Nor his manservant, nor his maid, nor his ox, nor his ass, meaning his donkey, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. So, that's your neighbor's. That's his blessing. Get your blessing. You know what I'm saying? Don't be worried about what the neighbor got. We ain't even worried about that. But we should not be bearing no false witness. Now let's go to the book of Romans. Let's put Shaul in there, because that's the Christian's favorite partner right there. Paul, because they think Paul is showing them something that no. Paul was an Israelite. Paul was an Israelite. 2 times in the New Testament, Paul was asked what he was. He both times said he was an Israelite of the tribe of Benjamin, circumcised on the 8th day. You understand what I'm saying? He didn't say he was anything else. He was an Israelite. Some people don't know that Paul was an Israelite, like he was some Christian dude or something. Christianity wasn't even like that back then in the New Testament. You know what I'm saying? They used to keep the holy days, the feast days. They used to keep the Passover and the different things. You know what I'm saying? They don't even do that now. Romans 13:8. Owe no man anything but to love one another. For he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law. For this thou shalt not commit adultery. Didn't Yeshua say that to the rich young ruler? Matthew 19. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness, thou shalt not covet. Then we read that in the commandments too. And if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended by saying, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. And he says, love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Meaning you want the best for the person. You're not going to be sitting up there speaking and then and charging up stuff and it's going to cause hurt to somebody. Said love worketh no ill to his neighbor. You want the best for the person. If you got your mouth going to say something to hurt somebody, you know what I'm saying, then close your mouth. Like the old folks say, shut your mouth. You ain't got nothing good to say. What they say? Don't say nothing at all. Ain't that true? I was raised by the old folk. I remember all the little sayings. You know what I'm saying? Because the Most High gonna run your bath water for you real hot if you don't. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all know that term too. Therefore, love is fulfilling the law. If you love the Most High, you're gonna obey His Sabbath. You're gonna not take His name in vain. You're gonna honor His Sabbaths. If you love your brother, you're not going to kill him. You're not going to covet. You're not going to steal. You're not going to bear false witness. And it's time to wake up out of sleep. Just went to the church. This is what the pastor taught. Romans 13 chapter. Pastor Micah. Or Micah Hall. You know what I'm saying? In the Hebrew, Micah. But Micah Hall. You know what I'm saying? And knowing the time, it is now high time to wake up out of sleep. For now our salvation nearer than when we believe. Time to wake up out of sleep and start doing and practicing these things. Because guess what? You know your Bible, it tell you in the last days stuff gonna be so expensive that you're gonna work all day and only gonna feed yourself. You ain't gonna be able to feed your family. Now, I done told y'all many days y'all can start growing stuff. Y'all can grow stuff in 5-gallon buckets. You can get them buckets at Lowe's and grow your own stuff. Grow your own stuff. Got plenty of these things up here. I got a garden outside. You know what I'm saying? But to get you some solar panels and get you a box, get you a couple boxes and plug in. Have one box for the refrigerator. Have one box for your miscellaneous. Don't cost you nothing to charge off the sun. And it'll pay off for itself. You have a hurricane out here and everybody else trying to search for gas in long lines of gas, trying to do them generators, fighting in the line. Nowadays you can get shot from going in the stove doing anything. You know what I'm saying? You can just run them cords and push fans, push whatever you need to push. Get enough panels, you can do it. Why you can? Because everybody gonna buy them up right before it hit. Same thing like toilet tissue. I remember back in the day, all the news outlet did was say, "Hey man, toilet tissue is you gotta have that because we're gonna be quarantined and you can wipe your booty." Things of that nature, man. I seen how real it got, man. We was at work. I'll tell you this little story. I'm trying to say something funny, keep my little spirit up. And I'll tell you two stories. Last time we bought toilet tissue before the initial deal was, we stopped at this one little store and they had this one little bitty thing of toilet tissue, and my coworker Troy bought it. That's the last time we bought that for a long time, for a nice little time. Man, people was buying paper towels. First paper towels on there, and then you could just take a sharp knife and cut the roll in half. to about the size of a thing and still put it on the roller because it got the little cardboard thing in it. You know what I'm saying? And you can slice it and it'll still slice to the size of your roller. You can still put it on the roller. For the most part, once it not so thick, then that left. And I remember it was pretty bad. We went a couple weeks and everything was getting low. And we was working and I was at the light and I seen a janitorial place. They said they had supplies and they had a list of different supplies, and I looked up there and saw toilet tissue. And I decided to pull over. I pulled over in the work truck. Now keep in mind, us for weeks because of the the seat thing that everybody had to wear masks for and all that stuff. And they had a big box like big, you know what I'm saying? A toilet tissue. They was on their last. I think they had 3 more left after we bought a case apiece. Because the other 2 guys on my truck bought a case. My supervisor watching us on the camera. He done went down there and they done got the last of them. Because he so busy worried about what we doing. And I can see him not. They got toilet tissue, y'all. They got it. They got it. We got to get it. You know what I'm saying? Next thing I know, they was down there. You know what I'm saying? But it was bad. And I remember, y'all can remember, a lot of y'all was searching for toilet tissue and the shelf was empty. You know what I'm saying? Certain items, when this thing goes, is you're going to have in place. Some of y'all need to come out to these cities because they're going to be like, if you can afford to, you know what I'm saying, or have some kinfolk that you cool with, some kind of way you're going to have to leave. Always have in your mind, because they're going to turn into death centers. I can promise you that. That's on a whole nother thing. Cause we talking about bearing false witness. And now we're going to talk a little bit about false report. You don't know. Don't be co-signing everybody because like they say, misery loves company at the end of the day. And everybody wanna talk about, be the victim. You know what I'm saying? That's some people, that's all they want to do is be the victim. Exodus 23:1. Thou shalt not raise a false report. Put not thy hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Don't raise no false report. Don't be telling people. Don't be swearing. If you my buddy, you no. Keep your hands clean. Don't put yourself in a position. That way you ain't got to tell them. Don't be giving no false report. If you don't know what was done, what was said, stay out of stuff. Don't go putting your 2 cents in and this and that and all that. Because see, now you're accountable. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. Neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to rest with judgment. Don't be speaking on a cause and have people following something that ain't necessarily true. Because people don't know no better. You know what I'm saying? We can't be doing that type of stuff. We cannot be doing that type of stuff. We got to really, take the time to know, or just don't say. If you don't know, don't say. You know what I'm saying? Malachi 3:5. And it says, and I will come near, I will come near to you to judgment, and I will be a swift witness against sorcerers. These pharmaceutical places, they're sorcerers. I can show you that. The word sorcerer in the Bible, in the Greek, is pharmakia. If I look that word up right now, it's going to be pharmakia. Let's see. Let me get the strong letter. See? Okay, sorcery. Oh, no, not here. But in Revelation, it's okay, I stand corrected. Okay, let's get it.
Strong's H 3784. Kashef.
Okay, Kashef. Oh, no wonder. No one. I'm speaking. I'll fix it. It says to practice witchcraft or sorcery, to use witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? We can't be doing that. Okay, this is in the Old Testament. In the New Testament, the word sorcerer, I can show you an example. It's pharmakia. Okay, I forgot we was in the Old Testament. Let's see. Trying to think where. Let's see. Is it? Let's try 17. Revelations. See the 17 or 18. Show you an example of this. Try 18. Yeah, let's try 18. Hmm. 21 maybe. Here we go. 21. Praise Yah. Now you see this word sorcerers?
Strong's G 5332. Pharmakus. Pharmakus.
So pharmakus, one who prepare and uses magical remedies. You know what I'm saying? That's where you get the word pharmacy from. You know. And sorcerer. You know what I'm saying? They put potions together and stuff like that. You can't be messing with that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Can't be messing with that type of stuff. So, and it says, and I will come near to you to judgment, and I will be a swift witness against the sorcerers, against the adulterers, against the false swearers. I swear to God, and you lying. Against those that oppress, the hireling in his wages, the widow, the fatherless, and that turn aside the stranger from his right, and not to me, saith the Lord of hosts. So if you ain't gonna give sound advice and you're not gonna turn a person to the truth of the Most High, guess what? The stranger, guess what? The Most High gonna be a swift witness against a person. If you gonna be, I swear to God, you don't even swear up in court, you affirm. If you had to go to court and swear on the Bible or put your hand on the Bible, just tell them you affirm. You do not swear. It's against your religion. You affirm. You know what I'm saying? In case you get up there and don't say something correct, then you get yourself in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And let's look at verse 6. I am the Lord, I change not. I am Yah, I change not. Therefore, the sons of Jacob be not consumed. So the Most High don't change. If he said something in the Old Testament, same thing in the New Testament. Same thing in the New Testament. We got these misunderstandings and these bad subject matters that have been taught and these traditions, and we still keeping a lot of this foolishness. And it's still within us. You gotta throw away all that trash. So I had to come out of that religious thing to get to the truth. Let's look at an example of somebody lying. Show you that the preachers lied, the priests lied. Yeshua before his accusers. When Mark 14 and 53. And they led Jesus away to the high priest. They led Yeshua away to the high priest, and with him were assembled the chief priests and the elders and the scribe. And Kepha, in English Peter, followed him afar off, even into the palace of the high priest. And he sat with the servants and warmed himself at the fire. And the chief priests and all the council for witness against Jesus to put him to death, and found none. Nobody wanted to really get it in, right? They ain't had no other witnesses because, man, he just healed my eye. I was a leper. He just healed me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, ooh, I think I'm for to go against him. I couldn't find nobody at that point. So they got to conjure up a lie. A lie. People will lie about you just because they unhappy. They can't see you make it. They just a crab in the bucket. You trying to chill. You trying to have a peaceful life. They ain't got no peaceful life, so guess what they got to do? They got to try to drag you down in it to get a reaction out of you. I would not bow a knee to that crap for nothing in the world. You ain't gonna see me bow down to you. Not on something like that. I'm not. A pig love to wrestle. A pig don't lose no battle if you wrestle him in the mud, because you the fool for getting in there. So they couldn't find nobody. They found no one. None. 56. For many bear false witness against him. False witness. But their witness agreed not together. And there arose certain and bear false witness against him, saying, we heard him say, I will destroy the temple that is made with hands, and within 3 days I shall build another made without hands. But neither did their witness agree together. They couldn't even agree on a lie. Tell them Negroes lie so much they can't even agree on a lie. And the high priest stood up in the midst and asked Yeshua, saying, answerest thou nothing? What is it with these witnesses against thee? But he held his peace and said nothing. See what I'm saying? That's how you supposed to be. You know what, man? Do what y'all got to do. Man. When people come up to me with some old garbage stuff, I ain't for to give no reaction to no foolishness. I'm not for to get in no pity party with nobody. You know what I'm saying? I love my peace, my shalom. Key to feeling young and being young. Again, the high priest asked him, said unto him, art thou the Christ, the Son of the Blessed? And Yeshua said unto him, and ye shall see the Son of Man sitting at the right on the right hand of power and coming in the clouds of heaven. Then the priest rent his clothes. He got so mad when he heard that he tore his clothes and said, What need we any further witness? Ye have heard the blasphemy. What think ye? And they all condemned him to be guilty of death, and began to spit on him, to cover his face, and to buffet him. Now, man, you see what I'm saying? You see how people do with you tell the truth nowadays. You start really healing people, and they gonna find out that you start. The Most High use you as a tool to heal a whole lot of people. Guess what? You gonna have some people in your own church jealous of you, cause they ain't doing. They want to shine in their eyes. You know what I'm saying? They want to shine. Anytime you look like you happy, you doing more than them. You got 2 nickels more than them. That's when you gonna find out who your real frenemies is. You know what I'm saying? They begin to spit on them. See right there and there. See, that's how I know I'm not in Yeshua, because Yeshua, because it would have been a different scene. Because once that spit would have landed on me, we'd have read something different. And to cover his face, but anyway, and to buffet him, and to say unto him, prophesy. And the servants did strike him with the palm of their hands. You see that? That's how they'll treat you. Because guess what? Guess what? They couldn't do it. See, the priest wanted all to shine. But, when Yeshua spoke, he spoke out in the fields a lot of times. And he had the crowd. I bet they was like, man, this dude messing up our money, man. We got to have this dude hit. He'll do you like that nowadays. You don't think some of these TD Jakes and cash flow dollars and TD fakes and some of these Joe Rolls things, you know what I'm saying, Rolls Royces would not do you like that? Yeah, I said it. I know I said it. You know what I'm saying? I tell you what, now one of them telling you to keep those commandments, you know what? Ain't a wise priest. Because I know cash flow dollars is telling you don't have to keep the law. I've seen it out of his mouth many times. So I don't have no respect for somebody who ain't going to tell you to keep the Most High's laws. You can't keep them laws. I tell you what, don't die and not start to keep them. Because it's going to be an ugly day on the set for you. Because you going to Sheol. You ain't going no heaven. And I don't care how much you pay a preacher to preach that at your funeral. He don't have no authority. And he going to be going with you. You understand what I'm saying? If he don't get it together, he'll be going with you. You know what I'm saying? Come back to these law, statutes, and commandments. You see how a false witness will do? I'm almost done, y'all. We get a few more. Proverbs 6. Not owe y'all a whole nother one. You know what I'm saying? I've been having some difficulties. Like I say, if anything, y'all pray for me. I keep it to myself, a lot of times. Okay. Proverbs 6 and 16. The 6 things doeth the Lord hate. 6 things doeth Yah hate. Yea, 7 are abomination unto him. A proud look. A lying tongue. See what I'm saying? You don't have all your facts right. You got a lying tongue and be speaking on something. And the hands that shed innocent blood. You out there want to shoot up a school and this and that. Guess what? You already know where he gonna be landed at. As soon as he closes his eyes. A heart that deviseth wicked imagination. A mind basically that come up with evil stuff to do. Feet that run swift to doing mischief. Somebody that just can't wait to do some foolish stuff. You know what I'm saying? A false witness that speaketh lies. Now we have a lying tongue in verse 17, and one that's a false witness. We just be talking. We just be, we just got to tell something. I know people, that's all. I can't even get into work and punch in. I'm hearing about last week about what some person done said. Well, or didn't do in somebody else's eyes and all this old foolishness. You know what I'm saying? False witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brothers. You know what? A person that sit up there and causes confusion. You know what I'm saying? Amongst brothers. See, we got that all the time. Man, I ought to just stop it here because this is more than enough. But let's get let's get 2 more. I don't think I'm gonna finish. Well, let's get 2 more. Proverbs 12, 17. He that speaketh truth showeth forth righteousness, but a false witness deceit. A false witness always gonna tell. And it wasn't even there, but it's talking about the accident. You know what I'm saying? That's how people. They just be wanting to be talked about and have somebody a micro stand, a little, what they call that little stand to stand on, a soapbox. Yeah, a soapbox. They want their soapbox so bad. Proverbs 19 and 5. A false witness shall not be unpunished, and he that speaketh lies shall not escape. You see, that's the thing about it. See, a person will tell a lie and be gone, long gone. A false witness, you don't know, shut your mouth. And then just leave stuff alone. You know what I'm saying? It's best just to leave stuff alone sometimes. Because if you go digging in the graveyard, you're going to find some skeletons. Everybody, if you dig in the graveyard, you're going to find some skeletons. So why would you want to go dig up exhume skeleton. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't got no time to be worried about what in somebody else's graveyard. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't got no time for that. My life is is busy enough. I don't have no time for that. Period. To be worried about somebody else's skeletons in their graveyard. Yeah, you're gonna find bones if you're digging in a graveyard. You know, stop being a little weasel. You know what I'm saying? Trying to look for something so you can have something to stand over somebody or something. You know what I'm saying? Because when everybody stand before them, all your work's gonna be before everybody. So you're gonna have your time. You know what I'm saying? What you trying to set it off early, but I guarantee your head gonna be down when it's your time. But speaking lies, you ain't gonna escape. In other words, you're gonna get hit. You know what I'm saying? And be careful who you talking about, because you talk about the prophet of the Most High's righteous one. Guess what? It's something ain't good gonna happen to you. What that scripture? What that scripture say? Harm not, touch not my prophet. The harm not my prophet. Boy, it'd be hell to tell the captain if you do. And then you go co-sign them, boy, you gonna get yourself. Verse 9. A false witness shall not be unpunished. You ain't gonna make it. He that speaketh lies shall perish. Y'all know what perish means. I'm gonna finish out in the law, and that's gonna be it. I'm not even gonna make this one the Brit Hadashah, the New Testament. This is gonna be my last one. Most High say the song. Deuteronomy 19:16. I'm not even gonna expound on that. In the law, Deuteronomy, we Debarim, 19:16. A false witness rise up against any man to testify against him that which is wrong, both the man between whom the controversy is shall stand before the Lord. So stand before Yah, before the priests and the judges, which shall be in those days. And the judges shall make a diligent inquisition, and behold, if the witness be a false witness, and have done testified falsely against his brother, then shall ye do unto him as he have thought to have done unto his brother. So shall thou put away evil from among you. Man, that's in the law. I'm done. Ain't no more to talk about it. Mike smoking. This thing is smoking. Man, ain't no more I'm going to say. I'm going to just say, you know what? When you be seeing these people in these pity-patty parties and stuff, and low boys meet parties, man, just say I'm going to pray for your spirit. You know, that you will, you know, get over the hurt, that you will stand strong, your situation get better. But I'm not going to get in your situation to be into your foolishness. You know what I'm saying? You could do that. But today it's not the Sabbath day today, because I didn't get to do this on the Sabbath day. I got my own things going. But I want to, you know, like I say, everybody need prayer. You know, it's getting hot outside. People working outside. It's all kind of things going on. You know what I'm saying? I need prayer just like y'all need prayer. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, y'all pray for everybody's health, strength. You know what I'm saying? And people's families. I pray for y'all families. Y'all pray for mine. I don't think I'm above the law. I'm just your brother. I don't carry no major title or all that. I don't get into all that like that. I'm not nobody's pastor. I don't get into that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm just brother Ron to a lot of y'all. Some of y'all know me as Yeremiah. You know, that's what I do. That's who I am. I am a teacher. You know, and I'm gonna just keep it at that. But I'm a servant first and foremost. That's the highest rank I'm gonna have. It's to be a servant of the Most High Yah and His Son, the Messiah. At the end of the day, I want y'all to be blessed, y'all prosper, y'all have a good day. It's first day right now that I'm doing this on. Y'all pray for me. Y'all pray that the devil don't get it no more stuff with microphones and different things and show his head in foolishness. Because I couldn't. I wasn't gonna get. I wasn't gonna give up to get this sermon done. But like I said, because of a mic issue. But y'all just I go through stuff like everybody else. Sometimes you meet a high demon, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of it, you smack his face at the end of it. Anybody know me, I love a good fight when it come to that. Spiritual warfare, I love a good fight. And I'm gonna tell you, a snake deserve to be hit. You understand what I'm saying? I just killed a snake out there in my garden. That was one of my other ones. I ain't seen one since, but if I saw one, I'll let y'all know because I been and got that joke. Last one I killed was probably about good size, good 4 feet. But he ain't here with us no more. I think the ants probably ate him up. But with that devil, you gotta sever his head. That old serpent. You know what I'm saying? Who try to cause problem in your life. You know what I'm saying? Try to cause problem with your health, problem with your family, your people, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's on your job. Especially I hearing a story. About a supervisor. Trying to hook up another buddy and try to do a false report. But I'll say this: on that false report, they ain't gonna get no shine off of it. At the end of the day, what it say? He ain't gonna leave nobody unpunished. Unpunished. A liar is not gonna be. And what it say at the end of it? It said a liar shall perish. Man, that's why you don't want to be in stuff like that. Man, I want y'all to have a blessed day. It's a beautiful day. It's a warm day. I'm finna go try to get myself together and try to move around. And I want y'all to have a blessed day. Shalom.